product that is just being very, very finicky.
Yeah, what product are you talking about? We've got the iPads, the iPad X, the iPad S, the iPad XS, the iPad XS, SS.
The XS. Oh, I'm talking about the XS iPad XX.
The XS
Mini.
iPad XS is that with the converter?
Can I ask you a
Or
question? Can I ask you a question before I ask for a little bit more customer service? Are you wearing glasses right now? Are they yellow tinted?
What gives you that impression?
Well,
Can you see me? All right, so what we're going to do is hook up your computer, and we're going to... Wow, there's a lot of porn on here.
Sir,
listen.
So
what seems to be the problem? The computer's slow?
It's just very slow.
That probably is all the porn you're watching.
Okay. Well, is there any way you could say that a little bit softer? There's a lot of people around here.
This is a recorded line. You brought the problem to me, sir. I'm just here to solve
God
it.
Damn it.
See, the problem is when you watch a lot of like animation porn, that's when you get all of like the cookies and not all the bugs that come with it. So
I'm sorry, but I just love Shreks.
Okay.
Hey, everybody!
Hey! Welcome to the Men and Doozy podcast.
Yes, welcome, everybody. You know, you're probably thinking, oh, God, what the hell is going on, and what does Doozy mean?
Yeah, or what kind of porn Shrek's is.
It's Shrek-themed porn,
Shrek,
obviously.
Exactly. Well, the word doozy, not Shrek,
No.
means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
That's right. And we are not that.
Hey, but we are one tech support call away from it.
That's right. So this is the podcast that we are going to give you the tools all you need. That we are going to give you all the tools that you need to become successful in life. How do I do this? How do I do that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, and the best
Please.
part is we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves.
Yes.
While we also teach you how to be successful.
Makes sense to me.
I am Alex Jobs Staub.
And I'm Kirk iPad Mini Koz.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, Minnie, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we look very, very smart today.
Yes, we do.
We're very technically savvy, if you cannot tell. We're talking about a very, very relatable thing in society today. Everybody has them. We're going to talk about how to Apple products. We all own them.
Yeah, I'm getting frustrated already.
I'm getting frustrated already. I think I can't find my charger.
Yeah.
It's dying right now. I'm getting frustrated.
And when you find the charger, it's the old charger, not the new charger that you have to buy.
The old charger that doesn't work anymore,
Right.
and it's an old charger.
Yeah, and if it's the old charger, it doesn't fit in the new charger because it's the old one. So you
And
have to
also-
buy the new one no matter what.
And then you plug it in, and it's like, oh wait, no, you have to update to the new iOS.
Right, but you don't have enough gigs, so you have to spend $5 extra a month to get those
gigs.
The additional storage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then yeah. And then you're like,
And then
fine,
by
I'll
that
just
time-
buy a new phone.
Yeah, by that time it downloads, your phone's dead. So
Yeah.
'cause you can't find your charger. But we're here, but we have someone that's going to help us out with that.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And I'm very excited about this because he is a dear, dear friend of the podcast. He is a fellow Viking, technical wizard, Apple genius, but not a spokesperson for Apple. Ladies and gentlemen,
spokesperson.
please welcome Andrew Goebel.
I'm not gonna lie, that first part gave me PTSD. So I'm ready to dive right in, and let's
Have you, Andrew, have you dealt with that exact person? And if you have, what was their name?
Oh, that's great. Yes, I have, and their name was any name you can imagine. Is that person Steve, Randy?
Wow.
Dare I say,
Andrew?
Karen, any of them?
Wow.
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 And they're fake names, too. Do they have fake names at Apple? Or do you use your real name?
Oh no,
like-
no, like the people who work. No,
Yeah.
You get nicknames?
We do use our real names.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, we usually ask this before we introduce, but Andrew, have you ever owned an Apple product before?
Yes, I have. Multiple Apple products.
What is your favorite Apple product?
Wow. What is my favorite? I would probably say the iPhone because, it can do whatever you need it
Which
to
version?
do. It's really great.
Which version?
Which version, though? Which generation?
Which version?
I'm not going to lie. I always get the new one. So right now it's the 13 Pro. I'm rocking
The
that
13.
new one.
You got the 13?
You got the 13.
Oh, so you just get the fresh new products that they.
You as an employee.
No, I paid full price. I wish it was that great. I paid.
Oh my!
They make
gosh.
you pay full price.
Oh,
you slave.
you
Over. You have to deal with putting up with their shitty technology, and they don't give you a discount.
You have to deal with fixing all of this shitty technology that is so incredible and so helpful
So
throughout my
shitty.
entire. And it's so shitty how much it helps you throughout your day,
And we need it.
and we need it.
And they know that.
And they're like, yeah, $1,500 for the new iPhone,
But I've been with the company 30 years. Oh, okay. $2,000.
and your firstborn
And you're
child,
fired.
and your firstborn child.
I don't know how you guys know the exact conversations that are that happened, but yeah, that's it.
We hacked
my
into
goodness.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stop. Have you owned an Apple product?
I've actually always owned Apple. I don't think I've
Yeah?
ever. I'm that guy that's like, PlayStation, Xbox. I'm always been a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like Android, Apple. I've always been an Apple guy.
My first ever Apple product was a MacBook. Now, this is a funny
Really?
story. It was a MacBook, and it was the summer before I went off to college. Now, Andrew, you'll remember these. Remember when they made the matte colored ones, like the all black matte colored?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, mine was
yeah.
the black matte colored one, and I had it I have it under my bed because it's just kaput right now, but I had it for like 10 years, and I think the person who I bought it from had it for maybe 3 or 5 years before that. So there was a moment where the charging was it was draining battery so much. I go to the Apple store, and I asked them, like, is there a way to fix it? Like, literally, the battery acid underneath is making it, like, have, like a battery, like, pimple popping out. And so they literally come back after, like, 5 minutes, and they're like, hey, so this is what we call Mac vintage? And we don't touch that shit. We put it in basically an Apple antique store. They were literally like, yeah, we don't touch this product anymore. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's because you guys are so manipulative. Honestly, Andrew, tell me right now, is my phone sabotaged to have bad battery life when the new iPhone comes out every year?
I'm so glad you asked. No, Alex, but this is going to be a very Apple-y answer, but I'm here, on this. We are a software company, my guy. Sometimes our hardware can't keep up. And that's not on purpose. It just happens. But also, most times we replace the batteries when they get drained anyway, as long as you make an
Oh
appointment.
my God, I feel like I'm at the Genius Bar right now.
And I'm like, can you fix it, please?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? But
that is the answer someone at the Apple store would give me if I asked that question at the mall.
And no.
Sir, you're an idiot.
Yeah, and then you would be like, wait, but can you fix it?
But could you fix it though?
Normally we just walk away and go somewhere else to the next person to tell the next person they're an idiot.
I think
that's what it is.
yeah, it's like you guys probably have a code at the Apple store where it's like, oh, I'm getting fed up with this person. Beep, 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 beep. Somebody please take them away from me. I was like, oh, I'm going to transfer you to Steven. He's in blah, blah, blah. He's going to take this for you. And it's like, yeah, Steven will come to you in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I wish there was a code like that. No, there's no escape.
Yeah.
No, there's none. When someone starts yelling, it's normally all at me.
You have a lot of patience.
Steve Jobs is nowhere to be found. Tim Cook's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
It's all at me.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're talking a lot about the store. We're talking about a lot about the employees. I'm seeing this first tip, and I say we just jump right in.
Let's jump into tips.
Guys,
I got a lot of questions.
Andrew Goebel, our fellow Viking, technical wizard, Apple genius, but not a spokesperson for Apple. He's provided with us the top 5 tips on how to Apple products. We're jumping in with top 5 tip, which is not all Apple employees are the same in the stores. Having high expectations is fine, but don't scream at someone if they have to ask for assistance. In parentheses, he says, this will really be the only time I talk about the store itself, so we can spend the majority or rest of the podcast talking about products and such. I think that's why we secretly were like, no, we're talking about it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Speaking about the stores, the Apple stores, okay? When those first came out, I always thought that they were like the coolest place.
They are. They're really hip and cool.
You had it set up like a little funky lounge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you had a problem with the product, you'd go, someone had they were using an iPad, right?
Yeah.
They were using an iPad, and they put your name on the reservation. Your name went up on like a wait list in front of everyone so everyone could see. And they were like, hey, while you're waiting, go check out our products. And then you go around, you play with stuff, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
It's almost like
it was a futuristic vibe back
then. The store it's almost like it's crafted in a way for the consumer to feel like every single thing is possible until you speak to a person.
Right. And then you realize that we're not up to speed with the technology yet. People are still a little. We need a new generation, version of the people. People.
Yeah, Andrew, I will say I respect this tip because I have worked in customer service for about 10 years now, and it's a lot. These people these people are people. These people are people too.
Yeah.
And it's nice to hear that even Apple employees have trouble.
No, it doesn't stop. It'd be like somebody running up to a hostess and going, "Hey, what's your quarter-to-date revenue at this restaurant?" And they would go, I don't know. And then that person proceeds to kill that hostess. Like that hostess, gone.
Wow.
There's a lot of murders in Apple.
We all saw the Kanye West video we got on the table. So
murders are definitely murdering Apple employees' dignity.
Right.
Just absolutely. I have a follow-up question for this. Of course,
please, follow
Apple
up.
Employees deal with a lot because so many of us are using their products, and there's so many different products now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What for you?
Yeah.
What for you? Just like what for you is one of. You don't have to go in like crazy detail, but what is the longest time that you had to stay with somebody, and was it stressful or like what were like Did you have an emotional roller coaster, long experience with a customer once, and what was that, and what product was that? So I don't buy it.
Amazing. I'm so glad you asked. So there's this is going to be a little bit of a long answer, but only because when Steve Jobs started this whole Apple, he talked about the intersection of technology and the liberal arts. And what that really meant was people trying to work in the liberal arts are going to get jobs at Apple. So a lot of us are actors, playwrights, whatever it is. So the problem is really we try and emotionally connect to people, and then that hurts us a lot. There was one shift where I came in and I spent the entire shift with one person because that is 8 hours with one human because they didn't know any of their information. It was, I think it was the iPhone 10. I think it was the iPhone 10. So it doesn't exist anymore. So you're safe. It's gone. It's gone forever. And it was only an emotional roller coaster because someone else was crying on me and at me for most of those 8 hours because they were like, "I'm never gonna get pictures of my children." And I was like, "I don't know how to handle that. I was just I just work here."
That shift,
Oh,
that
no.
shift. 2 hours in, you were like, "Oh my God, I'm a licensed therapist now."
Yep, absolutely. It's
I did
funny.
see that.
They
You
gave
were
me
like-
a degree. They gave me a degree right around the corner. I just
Wow. You went in that day and you were like, you know what? It's gonna be a great day at Apple. The sun's shining.
No, I went in
this-
hungover.
Oh, you
Alex.
you were hungover. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
no.
So you're hungover, and this woman comes in, and you go, "Hey, welcome to Apple. How can I help you?" And she's like, "I don't know."
I
And
can't
you're like,
get
"All right, well, let's start with the basics. What's your name?" She's like, "I don't know."
Actually,
Well, do you have some idea? You're
Alex,
like, I don't know.
Alex,
I
how
just
many
want to
times
see my
people?
children again.
How many times people come into the store and you go, "Hi, welcome to Apple. How can I help you?" And they go, "Well, I don't know if you can."
Oh
Just go, then
my
I
God!
go, "Then why are you here?"
I don't know if you can.
If I heard that enough times, I'd be like, "All right, thank you. Have a great day."
Wow.
All right, all right, great.
Or just start incorporating that into like the intro and just be like, "Hey, welcome to Apple. I don't think I can help you." But Steve might know in the back. Because then they might be like, "You know what? You look like someone who could help me." You know what I mean?
It's true.
what you can do is
I'm gonna do that the next time I work.
Hey, welcome to Apple. I'm not sure if I could help.
But let me check the wait list for getting the fuck out of my face. Oh, looks like you're first in line.
8 hours. So what happened with that? Did you reunite the woman with her children?
Yes,
or what?
absolutely. When I was there about 20 minutes after the store had closed, we ended up getting everything back. She was great. She asked if she could hug me. This was pre-COVID times. I said, sure. And then we shared a very nice hug in the Apple store. And then I went to a bar with friends. So
Wow.
And you were like, "God, I need a drink again."
Wow.
again, I came in never wanting to drink again, only to find out, wow, this is what a cycle looks like. And then I was at a bar.
Stop. This tip is kind of showing me.
Sorry, I
yeah.
also want to say, earlier you said, Apple, like what you said, Apple, people who work for Apple go through a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say? People, Apple, employees go through a lot? Is
Well,
what you said?
well, customer service. It's like
Right.
your people. These people, they're
Apple
going through a
employees
lot.
go through a lot.
So many
I'd,
different-
I'd like to counter that by also saying Apple customers also go through a lot.
Yeah.
Why are you guys the victims? I'm the one with the problem and the sticky iPad,
I think there is you know what I want to say, you're absolutely right.
Because you're a great guy.
There is something said for if someone has something going on. Listen, we understand, we get it, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
However, just like in life, maybe the issue is that it's your fault. The customer is not always right.
No,
I'm sorry.
customers.
Customers
You
always
know what?
right.
Working in customer service.
You know what,
It's
Andrew?
the one-
I don't think that you can help me with this. So
I mean, listen, maybe if you take one of those eyes open, you'll see that I have the answer. If you just remove one of those orange, and there it is.
Look at
Wow.
those glasses.
Look at that.
Look at those glasses. You look so
Wow.
smart.
I'm starting to see things from the other side.
I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's. I think this isn't even just a tip about Apple employees. It's about humanity in general.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Apple
guys,
is humanity.
we all go through shit, and no matter, especially if you're at the Apple store, every single person there, it's like almost like a unspoken contract. We're all going through a lot of shit right now.
That's
if you're
right.
in that store,
That's right.
so I say we move on to top 4 tip. What do you say?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah?
move on.
Right.
Oh yeah. Can you see now? Oh, there we are. He's seeing full
These are
clearly.
actually very yellow, and then they go very clear. Number 4, everybody. Okay. Learn about what the device you paid. Learn about what the device you paid all of that money for can actually do. Okay. Most people don't know there's free software on their Apple products. What? Music editing, video editing, Apple versions of all Windows applications. You're saying
Wait.
that beyond the internet, texting, calling, there's more to the iPhone?
There's so much more. There's so much more that people pay all this money for. Then they whine because they can't use their phone. But I'm like, you're not using it to any of the potential to begin with. So it's very hard for me to just be like, yeah, okay. Do you know anything about this phone you're holding? And they're like, no, but this thing won't work. And I'm like, well, let's talk about it. You're not even trying to use that correctly. You know, GarageBand. I'm not sure how much you all know, but I'm sure you know about GarageBand.
Where we record on GarageBand, yeah.
That is totally me too. When I go to the Apple stores,
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like, "Hi, welcome to Apple. What's going on?" I'm like, "This doesn't work.
And they press one
Doesn't
button.
work." And they're like, "Oh, did you try turning it on?" I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah, right. Well, Andrew, I will say, because you guys, like people at the store, they even have classes that you can take to learn the potential of the current iPhone that you use. The reason why I've never taken those is because the devices that I have are always 3 to 4 generations younger than the current one. I have an iPhone 7 right now. Its battery life is absolute shit.
Don't bring it to Apple.
Don't
That's
bring it to-
vintage. We don't touch that. We don't touch that version.
Exactly.
That's vintage.
Exactly, right? But like the thing is, I have always I know it's in the near future. I know I'm
iPhone
getting
7 had candy coming out of the bottom of it, right?
Yeah. Like,
It was that model. Yes,
Yeah, that
absolutely.
model.
Yeah, but like it is so important to know that like these products are actually so smart and they can do so many things, and we're the dumb ones. I mean, going back to like, oh, maybe it's the customer's fault. It makes me think like I have no idea what the potential of my iPhone is. Literally the other day I was editing an episode for us and I was like, God, my eyes are so strained. And I was like, oh, you can put a night shift on from this time to this time so it helps with your eye strain. I learned that yesterday.
Wow.
And I just want to preface, I don't think it's that, because listen, Kirk, as much as I want to be like, yeah, people are dumb, I don't think it's always that people are dumb.
Yeah.
I just think people act like, our parents had an old saying, which was, garbage in, garbage out to a calculator. That basic idea has not changed in decades. So if you put garbage into a supercomputer, it's going to poop out that same garbage, even though it's a supercomputer.
Are you calling us garbage, Andrew?
I am putting myself in that category, but yes.
Yeah, you put in or you get what you put in.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
For Randy at the beginning, who had a bunch of animated Shreks
Right.
files, he was getting
Shrek's trekking.
He was
Yep.
getting he was getting Shrek'd all over the place
Right.
because of low-key just
Garbage in, garbage out.
it's taken me over 50 episodes. I'm like, I gotta just put some Shrek reference.
But there are times when I throw garbage in, to like the iPhone, and sometimes it poops out a little gold nugget for me.
Yeah, well, sometimes I am getting rid of trash, and then I'm like, wait, I thought I got rid of this trash. Wait, and the trash found its way to be someplace else too, and I'm like, wait, I'm finding out that trash has legs on these devices.
Right.
Like, but that's like in a good way because it's like the one thing I will say about these products is like they're really good with backing stuff up. Like you can like safely be able to be like, oh God, where was that? Oh, thank God it's still here. But yeah.
Andrew. Okay. This is a big question here.
Big question. Got it.
Right now, for us and for the viewers, what is a fun perk about the iPad or
That's a great question.
or the iPhone that nobody knows about that might be the coolest thing you think you can think of? Like it's like when like Tesla came out with the cars, and then he's like, oh yeah, if you press this button, they'll dance or whatever. You know
Or
what I'm saying?
it'll drive for you.
It'll drive for you, yeah. What's a big secret that nobody knows about the iPhone that anyone can do easily that's just the coolest, that you think is the coolest thing?
Please blow our minds.
For sure. There's I'm going to talk about like a basic concept and then show just one thing that can do it pretty easily on everyone's phone.
Yeah, give us a feature that we don't know about.
Do you know anything about AR?
Augmented reality?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so this is something that Apple even tried to separate the application, but people still don't know it's there or what it can do. On most iPhones, your 7 included, actually, there is an application called Measure, where you can actually drop points in the real world and measure with your phone distances.
Wait.
So it uses augmented reality to drop a point, say, on my desk, and I could measure the length
It's got a
of the
3D
desk.
scale? What's happening here?
Wait.
Yes. That's really to scale. Yes.
Wait.
Dude, no. Look. And you can measure.
No way, dude.
And we lost them for the.
Wait a second. Wait. When I'm buying like furniture and stuff, you can measure walls.
Holy
and you can
Well,
hang shit.
and so
you can-
on that same point, there's a free application. I don't work for this company either, or like
and then we
at
have
all.
a level.
But there's an app for
There's a
IKEA.
level too.
There's a level.
There's an IKEA app where you can actually put the furniture in your house and it will be to scale and you can see how it would look.
Oh my gosh. Andrew,
So-
I couldn't find it. I wish you were here to show me.
if this was an in-person set, an in-person podcast, I would definitely be like,
I go here
look,
and
look,
look. Wait, measure units?
No, measure.
Look, it's not.
You don't have it.
This is why I need like a curtain.
Vintage.
I'm fucking Mac vintage, and
This is crazy.
this is
That's so
incredible.
funny.
No, but this is
Wow, I didn't know. Wow.
this is the type of like level up
Oh my
adulting type of thing that is like
It creates a 3D scale. Wow.
that's insane, dude. Wait a second, Andrew. That was the basic. What's the next level up?
I mean, there's advanced things that I don't think people know that.
Wait, Andrew.
There's a yes, please.
So, the measuring tool. So,
Dude,
I think I know
what
where
you're
this
doing.
is going.
so the measuring tool. How accurate is it? You know.
How could I like
when
measure it and send it to
like when you-
a woman?
Like when you make like it takes like a 3D model, like is it's accurate,
Like,
right? Like
you know,
can
for
measure,
if I was like taking something,
Right.
like this,
Yeah.
this
yeah.
big, like
Say how-
an
yeah.
appendage, like a finger, like
Yeah.
times
Yeah,
2 or
absolutely,
3.
Yeah,
absolutely.
so does
Yeah.
it does it measure? That's what I meant to say. Does
Yeah,
it measure body parts correctly, like a finger, or like a really long? Like, what if you have a really long, thick finger?
Yeah, does it measure girth?
Does it measure girth times the width?
This is a very important thing I need to know by the end of the
almost there.
episode.
Yes.
Yeah, it comes within a very like maybe a couple of eighths of an inch off, but yeah, it'd be pretty accurate.
Every inch counts.
That's
When you're
right.
measuring your fingers.
Well, you know what? You know what?
When you
You're measuring your
yeah, the shaft of my index.
The girth of my finger.
The
Yes.
girth of my finger.
The girth of my finger.
Correct.
Yes. Well, listen.
Correct.
Before we go on to our next tip, we do have a quick ad break for you.
Yeah, we do. Hey, Kirk.
Hey, Staub.
You know what sucks?
What?
When I'm measuring the girth of my finger and it's off by like 5 inches.
That does suck. So does that mean it's like a half-inch finger? That's a bummer.
Yeah,
But you know what doesn't suck?
What?
Botticelli foods.
that makes sense to me.
I am so tired of going to the store, and trying to and buying all these expensive, low quality foods. I deserve nice things. I deserve quality. I deserve to go there and be like, that's a nice bottle of something. Let me quick measure it. That's what I want.
Right. Go into the produce section and just measure all the melons.
The melons, yeah.
Whoa. Look at the girth on this cantaloupe.
Wow.
Hey, but anyways, Botticelli's, okay? It's family owned. It's operated with 4 generations in the food industry, okay?
Yeah.
And they bring an experience to your table with a taste that transports you to the heart of Italy. From your table to Italy. We've measured it.
That's right. Guys,
We've measured it.
If you go to BotticelliFoods.com and use the promo code DOOZY at checkout, you can get 10% off all Botticelli Foods products. These guys, what are we talking, Staub?
We're talking pasta. Okay?
Oh.
We've measured that. Great measuring.
Yes, great
We're
measuring.
talking
Long
sauce.
pastas.
You can measure sauce. I didn't think you could, but you can measure
You
sauce.
can absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Olive oil, measured it. Balsamics, measured them. Okay? And many more flavorful,
Girthy products.
measurable, girthy products.
Yes. Guys, Botticelli Foods are extraordinary and outstanding and girthy, just like the men of Doozy.
Just like the Doozy.
But hey, that's not our only sponsor.
No, it's not.
That's right.
We also got Burn, okay? The innovative fitness company behind the world-renowned Burn Board.
Guys, Burn was recently ranked by Women's Health magazine as the best low-impact cardio workout of 2021, and they were recently invested in by Olympic gold medalist Apollo Anton Ono. They have a 6-foot adjustable slide board.
And we measured it.
That's right. It's up to code.
We measured it.
It's low tech and it's a low cost home fitness solution for people who want to break a sweat without breaking the bank.
Look, Kirk and I, okay, we've been there to their studio in New York.
That's
hundreds,
right.
Thousands of times.
Yes.
Before they opened, we just stood outside the building.
Yeah. And guys, with over 8 categories and hundreds of on-demand workouts to choose from, the Burn Board and subscription makes sitting down to work out a thing of the past.
Okay.
Now,
our listeners and measurers will receive a special 30-day free trial to their monthly subscription, plus 15% off their girthy purchase.
Yes.
And free shipping with the code Doozy15 when you check out after measuring.
that's right. Guys, visit theburn.com today for more information and how to get on board. Guys, again, that is theburn, THEBBRRN.com to get 15% off plus free shipping with the code DOOZY15. Well,
Now we got to go back to the store.
now back to the store.
I got
Now
a lot
back
of
to the
problems
waiting line.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, and send. All right. Oh, shit!
We're looking at
Stop.
11 and
Oh, shit. Hey, guys.
Sorry about
hey.
that. Sorry about
sorry.
that.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that.
Well, we're back. We're in the
We never left.
We
Yeah.
never left. We're still waiting to be helped. Actually,
Oh,
we're being
Andrew's here
helped.
too.
No, you live here now.
We live.
Oh.
That's right.
Wow.
They set up a cot and a blow-up mattress in the corner.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because it takes forever for the Genius Bar to you know what? The person that was behind that woman at the Genius Bar and had to wait 8 hours, that I would have been pissed.
Poor.
She signed up. And they're like, okay, you're next. And then the guy's like, I got to do this. And I got to go to work. Blah, blah, blah. And this will take 2 seconds. And the woman just took 8 hours.
Yeah,
And
that gentleman lost his job.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
And
Andrew.
somehow, Apple, it's still our fault, huh?
Andrew.
It's still our fault, huh, Apple?
Well,
Andrew-
time management is a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Is there an app for that?
How do I measure time?
How do I measure time?
Andrew, when you went into, before we jump into the third tip, Andrew, when you went into work that day,
Yes.
Did you have a schedule of, okay, you're going to be helping Janice, Karen, blah, blah, or it's just you kind of roll with the punches and stuff?
No, you just.
Now, did this
go
person,
on
did this
the
woman,
floor.
did this woman have an appointment, or did she come in? And
No, she just walked right in.
the fact that she had 8 hours of her day, that is insane. Well, what do you say we jump into these final 3 tips?
We're in the top 3 tips.
Guys, we're jumping in. The top 3 tip is, it is expensive to fix a device. Either have insurance or get Apple Care Plus. Paying extra money is never fun, but the amount you can save with having something to cover your devices is astronomical. We can even talk about Apple service programs. Okay. So Apple service programs, what is that? Is this another mind-blowing thing that I should be taking advantage of?
It's just another thing where as much as, it seems complicated, seems wrong, there is actually a part of apple.com. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm not like, this is some secrets. There's a part of apple.com where either if you just go to our website or if you search Apple service programs on any search engine, Google, I don't know, Bing, if you're a psychopath, whatever, you can actually find every once in a while Apple does get something wrong. And they actually will cover devices to be repaired. So you can go to this website and see issues we're having, whether it's with AirPods, specific iPhone models or types, or even going back to like when you talked about battery issues. That battery issue was actually something that was covered for, I think, about 4 years with phones, where we would replace batteries for free.
Well,
Now, how much is that? How much is the
this?
membership, though?
is it a membership or is it a payment or is
It's
No. This is just.
It's a
This is when
program.
they're made. It's a service program. These are just things when something may not be working. In the case of the battery issue with, actually it was like the 6, the 6S, and the 7. When we created our new iOS, it was draining the battery too much. So we just said, okay, that's on us. You can get your battery swapped out for, I believe it was no money for about 4 years, from like 2016 all the way until 2020. It was some wild.
I feel like
Wild
even
time.
when I got my first iPhone 7, which this isn't even, it was like literally, no joke, like 4 years ago, I had an iPhone 7 for like a year and a half. Then it kaput, and then I got an iPhone 6S, and then that kaput, and then now I have another 7. I'm stuck in like 4 or 5 generations ago. But it's
You're gonna.
But to
you know what?
to
I
know
think,
that
I think if we
could've-
gave you like the newest iPhone, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You'd have
no,
to
I
take a
mean
class.
I literally would spend 8 hours, a whole shift with Andrew, and dominate his whole shift.
Wait. Alex, cut him some slack. He would be able to measure everything. He'd be able to measure everything with his new phone.
And I wouldn't have trouble.
All the things.
I wouldn't have trouble finding it. You know what? Hey, before we move on to the next step, I'd like to say, Andrew, if you ever need a break, Alex and I will absolutely walk into the store and pretend to have a problem with our devices so you can just hang out with us.
Right. That means so much.
Or if you
don't
want to
even
break
know.
in a way where you need to step away from the store and want us to cover your shift,
Yeah, just give us.
we'll
We'll swap
do that.
shirts.
We will do that.
We'll swap shirts.
I've worn your clothes before.
Well,
We will do
you're not
that,
wrong.
and
You're not wrong.
I would probably get fired that day, and they'd be like, so Apple. It'd be that one time where it was Apple's fault, and I'd be like, no, ma'am, it's your fault. You're an idiot. And she'd be like, no, right here it says this, and I'd be like, I can read. Okay? I can read. There'd be a lot of complaints.
I can read.
can read.
I can read. I have yellow tinted glasses.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah, and she'd be like, I'd be like, "Hi, welcome to Apple. Can I help you?" She'd be like, "I don't know. Can you?" I'd be like, "I don't know.
Can I?
Can I? Could I?"
And then you both just start crying.
Yeah. For
You know,
8 hours.
Me and Staub put on your shirt, and we're like Siamese twins.
One shirt.
We have-
Hi, welcome to Apple.
Hi, welcome to Apple. We speak in tandem,
Welcome to
guys.
Apple.
If
Surprisingly, we measure the same one.
people listening or watching, if you guys are confused about wearing the same clothing, Andrew was in Toxic Masculinity by Matthew McLachlan with us. We forgot to
Right.
mention that earlier. We were on the stage. We were being goofy as hell. So just a little tidbit about that. But
Yeah.
so we're gonna work for Apper.
Apper.
We're gonna work.
Apper. It's apricot. It's Apple's competitor. Apricot.
Apricot is the subsidiary of
Apricot.
the sub company of Apple that just focuses on
And the logo
apps.
is an apricot, but just like it's just way juicier.
Well, we're now on the top 2 tip.
What would the Apper store look like?
It would all be like those disco tones, those 70s.
There'd
like
be a big neon
like,
sign that says "Garbage in, garbage out."
garbage in, garbage out. It would be like brown furniture
Yeah.
and like
Dim lighting. Yeah.
dim lighting.
Yeah. We'd be giving out. There'd be a juice bar.
Yeah, there would just be smoke coming from somewhere. You're not sure if it's like mist or if
They'd be
it's
like,
Yeah,
"Where's the
yeah.
smoke
Just-
coming
where's the
from?"
smoke?
I don't know. Yeah.
What smoke?
It'd be like an early. No, it would be like an Abercrombie and Fitch. That's what. You ever walk in there? It would be. That would be the vibe.
yeah,
Apple
you are choking on the smell of cologne.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're like,
Nothing fits. Nothing works. Right.
but it's really dim.
Really dim. We're blasting music.
Yep.
Blasting music. Yeah. No, you know what? The lights aren't even dim. They're off.
Hi, can I help you, sir?
They're off. When you walk, we give out flashlights at the front door.
But the batteries are almost dead in those
Oh my
flashlights.
God.
so
Yeah,
they're
the
like-
batteries are almost dead.
Well, you gotta hit the flashlight a couple times.
Hi, can I help you, sir? Yeah, could you turn off a light, please? I'm sorry, that goes that goes
the
against
light
our
off.
company guidelines.
It scares the rats.
All right. Anyways, moving on to the top 2 tip.
Number 2. Apricot. That's good. That's a trailer right there.
Apricot.
Andrew. Apricot. Apricots. Okay.
Apricot with APP. Yeah.
Number 2. APP. Number 2. If your device freezes or seems to be running slowly, try, and I'm serious here, just turn it off. Or better yet, hard reset your device. Obviously, this won't always work, but it's incredible how many times this resolved most software issues, e.g. apps crashing, device seeming slow.
You know what my favorite thing about these tips that Andrew has written? He's like, yeah, so this is it. And he's like, wait, I just got to protect myself. I just got to protect myself.
Well,
he's like, if that doesn't work.
Actually, we've
you're dumb.
gotten so far into this. I'll be men of Doozy listeners. The parentheses was only for Alex and Kirk. Not meant to be read aloud. That was clarification for them that they have just read. And you know what? I liked it better. I was going to say something. I'm like, why?
It works.
This is so much fun.
You're like, no, please don't. But
Yeah.
we put everything on the
It makes you, especially most of them worked, but it was funny. The first one was the weirdest one because you were like, we can spend the majority of the podcast talking about that. Like that was not meant to be read.
No, I know. I know.
No. No.
Do you think it's is that like an Apple
Do you think
problem
that's a-
or
yeah.
is that a customer problem?
Yeah, do you think
or
it's like, are you going to...
is there a service program for that?
I
or-
might put this one on Apple.
Okay.
I don't know how, but-
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. maybe it's not. Yeah, a user error.
But actually, this tip,
Yeah.
Alex already said. He already said this. Just turn it off and turn it back on. He even said that resolves it sometimes. That is not like, as much as that's a joke in movies.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful moment when in store somebody's like, this thing's never going to work again. My screen won't jump. And then I just take their phone
and throw it against the wall.
and I push a few buttons. It turns off, turns back on, then it works, and I hand it back. And they get, like, I watched one dude just start shaking. His whole body. He was getting red. He was upset. Didn't even waste any of his time. I didn't make him make an appointment. I didn't make him sit around. I just did it for him. And I gave him back his phone, and he just, in the most angry and the most personal, he just looked at me just like, fuck you. And just left. No way! And I just left, and I was like, oh man.
Only in
I'm
New
going to
York.
Apricots.
Only in New York.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Oh,
like I'm talking problem solved.
Try the measuring tool, sir.
And I lost all, like, I wasn't ready. That I'm still nervous he was going to come back. Don't know his name. But just he's going to be back.
that happened, and Andrew was like, all right, I'm going to take my break now.
Yeah, I'm going to take a 15. All right.
Oh my God. You know,
later.
there is nothing more stressful than when a device freezes, but it is pretty insane. You know, you hear about like those types of things happening because you never turn it off. It's like, oh, sir, how long?
It's like, yeah, that's a fault of our whole generation. We don't turn things off.
And then, like people not, you know, or one thing that I know when I get a new phone that I'm going to practice is the behavior of making sure my phone is as charged as possible before I go to bed and not leave it charged in for anywhere between 7 to like 9 hours while I'm sleeping, because is it true that can kind of damage the battery?
So this is actually like, this podcast is becoming helpful. It was true. It is no longer. It is especially with the 5s, the 4s, the 6, the 6S, when they were very new to iPhones. I mean, people think there was an iPhone 1.
It's okay. You can say 7. You can say my phone too.
That's vintage. We don't talk about that.
Sorry. Yes, the obsolete phone 7.
Yes.
So with those batteries, and I think, but it was the 7 that had the first kind of what we call them just blocks, where basically they don't allow your phone to keep charging. And now anyone who has a newer device may notice their device doesn't even charge to 100% when it's plugged in. And that's a setting that can be turned on where it stops the battery just from receiving charge at around 80% until this is getting a little into way too complicated of an answer, but it's when the phone learns you'll need it, and then it'll charge to 100%.
That's
like
right.
If you're asleep, it'll leave it at 80% until like 6 a.m. and then it'll do the last like 20%.
That's right, because sometimes I'll start charging my phone and it's like 10 or 11 at night, and then it's like I get a notification and it's like, your phone's going to be 100% charged at 4:35 a.m. And I'm like, what?
Yep.
What? But it's like I guess
I need it charged now.
No, but you know, like that's wait, so you said something
that's
trying to help battery health, Alex. But yes, please. Yes.
I was the guy. I remember hearing that when if you keep it plugged in, like if you keep it charged, it actually hurts the battery.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I believe it.
Apple's got to figure that one out. If I charge it, it's ruining the battery.
And we did. But yes, that was going back to the whole thing where, I mean, this is so old now that I don't even know if people remember this. When Samsungs weren't allowed on planes, remember that? Because their phones would explode.
Oh my God, yeah. They were in the news constantly.
Wow.
That was a similar thing, is because the batteries were getting overcharged, and then
That sucks.
The battery was on an upper. The battery was on so much cocaine. It was like, and then it just
It was yeah. The battery was up late, just doing lines off of your desk, and then just.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Wow.
He kept me on the charger all night, man.
I gotta keep going, dude.
Frank, you all right? I
don't know. I need more.
I need more juice.
Dude, I think slow down. No.
Slow down. No.
No, he needs me.
He needs me all day.
He needs me. He's about to film his workout and put it on his Apple Watch. He needs me.
I don't feel too good.
This conversation's happening between your phone, your AC
Yeah.
unit, and your PlayStation. Just hey man, just relax, dog.
Yeah, well,
He needs me.
he needs me. He needs to. Just flames.
He needs to measure things right now.
He's gonna blow.
Run! Evacuate all the children. What are the children in Apple
Welcome to
products?
Apple.
Evacuate all the AirPods. Evacuate them. The AirPods and the iPads. Evacuate them. They're the most important. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the number one tip. I hope you guys have had as much fun as we have, because
What's
this
your
is,
battery life?
What's your battery
What's
life?
your battery
looking?
life right now?
Yeah, this has been so freaking awesome. We're gonna jump into this is Andrew, our tech wizard, fellow Viking, and not spokesperson of Apple. Number one
Not a
tip.
spokesperson.
Learn your Apple ID and password. So I'm going to read the
you'll
parentheses. This is pretty self-explanatory.
This is pretty self.
But basically without this, there is very little that can be done with a device. It's like an Apple Social Security number.
You'll be there for 8 hours, and you'll never see your children again.
I can't wait for the future where they're like, all right, and your birth certificate and your social security number and your Apple ID and password. What? Why do you need that?
Your vaccination card.
Your vaccination.
Yeah. One thing I actually do like that, you know what? And Apple was like, you know what? These people are dumb. Why don't we just have the iPhone remember their ID and password for them? And we just have to use like a face identification. That's what I do. I don't remember any of my passwords or whatever, but I just look at it. My Apple's like, "Is this it?" I'm like, "Yeah. Yeah. That's it." And they're like, "Okay." Only Apple knows my Apple ID and password.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because that is true that your phone or your computer or whatever can remember all of your other passwords, your Facebook password, your Twitter password, your whatever thing you need. But if something were to happen, like your device got signed out, or for some reason you didn't have access to your device, when you would try and log in, the only two things you need to know to unlock all of that information is what is your Apple ID, which is usually just a personal email.
Yeah.
Mine is a Gmail. I'll tell everyone. And then the password is like, that is the only two things you need. Then everything else unlocks. But without that, there is like nothing to do. Like I've watched people, not watched people because I was on the phone, but I've heard people just like screaming at me. And I'm just like, yeah, they're like, why did you change I'm like, I didn't change. I don't know you. I don't know you, Jeff. I don't know your password. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Without that,
Jeff,
you can't get into
living
stuff.
on Rockaway Street, sitting on your couch with your red loafers.
45 minutes ago, you watched the newest episode of Ted Lasso on Apple TV.
Yeah, we've got the shot.
You walked.
We got the shot. 10 seconds until your phone explodes.
You
9,
watched-
8,
Oh, he needs me.
3, 2, 1. Thank you for flying Southwest.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? This is actually, because I have a storied past of changing from shitty old generation phone iPhone to shitty old generation
we know.
iPhone, that I always have to remember my Apple ID. I have to make sure I remember it. And there's been one or two times I'm like, God damn it. At least I know the email, so I can send that change the password to it and stuff.
From
but,
Kirk 123 to 1234.
Oh shit!
Is it a capital K? Damn it! My Apple knows.
Oh my god! Well, gosh,
My Apple knows.
Hey, those are the top 5 tips.
Top
How many?
5 tips.
I've been here for 8 hours.
I've been here for 8 hours. It feels like I went through more than 5 tips. I don't know if my device is.
Ooh, let me, Andrew,
Yes, please.
a non-spokesperson. Let me ask you a question. This is the final question.
Of course.
Final question. Shut up!
Sorry, we're
Sounds and.
yeah. So here is my question to you. Who do you go to for Apple support?
Well,
When you need help.
there are people I work
Are there
with.
super geniuses on top of the geniuses?
There
Wow.
There are people who have been working in my store specifically, but in most stores in New York, that some of them have been working for the Apple Store longer than I have been a functioning member of society, like 15, 16,
Days
18
ago?
years.
Oh,
Well, oh, years. Got it. Yeah.
years.
Oh,
15 weeks
sorry.
ago.
I was a terrible example.
Gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
sorry. I meant people in general.
Yeah.
That can
Wow.
function.
Wow.
Yeah, so I ask them what's going on, then they can open up their
Did you
their-
turn it
their
on
app-
and off?
Their,
Andrew?
yeah, their Apple lexicons, whatever they've got.
Yeah.
Did you turn it on and off, Andrew? Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And in a very Tarantino ending, that was me that said that to an Apple employee.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Garbage in, garbage out, baby. That was the Doozy podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Please comment what your favorite tip was. And if you have a tip, and if you're somehow more of a genius than our not spokesperson or representative of Apple on how to Apple products, then send us a comment,
That's right. Share this with your friends. We're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
Apple Apple
We're on Spotify,
On Spotify,
Amazon Music,
Amazon
all your
Music,
favorite things.
YouTube.
Please subscribe to our YouTube. It goes such a long way. It helps us for the future of expanding our content and giving you some other awesome stuff. And if there is something that you want to learn about and have us teach you while we also learn about it, let us know. Oh, shit, the Apple police are coming
The
to get
Apple
me.
Police. Hey, makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me, guys. See you next episode. Andrew, is there any final words that you have to say to all of our Apple users or...
Hurry up, they're coming.
Hurry! Oh my God! Hurry!
Yeah, I'm sorry the Apple police are coming.
Please,
That's all.
is
He
there any,
didn't update his iOS.
please,
All right.
any last words?
I think their phones exploded. We're
No.
good.
Well, guys,
Would you like to plug any of your social media?
or anything you specifically have coming up?
Oh, I am atrocious at social media, but just know that besides being an Apple employee, I'm an actor as well. You can see my information at www.andrew-goebel.com.
Amazing.
And just and like, what are your measurements, just for the people?
Oh God, just like like a solid, like 9.
Perfect.
Got it.
That's a long finger.
That's a
All
long
right.
finger. Thank
We
you
love you.
so
See you
much,
next
guys. We
episode.
love you guys. Turn it on, turn it off. Off and on?